So let's do something simpler this time. I actually added cinema scene, but I couldn't get it to work exactly as I wanted, so yeah, whatever. Then I'm going to get my camera manager, and instead of doing a simple follow as we do over here, we're actually going to make it a little bit different this time. So let's see. Let's first try with 2 waypoints, point 1, point 2. Okay, then a quick Google search will give us this method. Okay, you can see it from over here. So let's try this one. Then let's say, first of all, we have our transfer position, find near. Okay, let's do vector 3. Point between, find nearest point on line from point 1 to point 2, and the point will be transfer dot position. Okay. Yeah, those are vector 2s. No, those can work. Okay, then let's try placing our transform position towards on that point. Now, because this is actually a vector, we want a vector 3, and the Z, I'm just going to leave it as to what it is. Okay. Then let's go to D. On our main camera, I'm going to create an empty child, and this will be our first waypoint. Let's add a tag as well, just so that we can see it. And let's go to the second waypoint, and it's just a matter of, you know, finding where is the edges of the screen. So let's get our camera manager. Our camera manager is over there though, and our main camera is over here, so that can be an actual problem. So we need to fix this. Let's put the main camera and let's reset this, and let's do it again. Okay, so waypoint 1, waypoint 2, and just for now, to see if this is working, I'm going to move the player over here. And doesn't do anything. Great. Okay, let's start debugging then. And let's see, is this enabled? It is enabled. So from one position to the other position on transfer point, you are returning the same position, minus 2.1, minus 2. Yeah, you're basically returning the first position though. Oh, I think we're using it wrong. I think we have. Yeah, we don't want transfer position, we want targeted position, first of all. And I pasted the second. There's actually 2 methods in the same blog post, so I'm using the first answer right now. And we'll see if this works then. Okay, awesome. So that does get you the closest point, I guess. But it's not sitting on the same on the line. Yeah, the Y is not working, so we have to eliminate, I guess, the Y, which is actually not that hard to do because it is on the X Y. Let's actually try the second method. If you want it, you can also write it if you are bored to copy paste it, but just a quick Google search will get you same result. And so actually this needs target position. Okay, I think I've screwed this up because I had the origin might have been wrong. We'll see. Well, okay, that's what we want, right? So that's actually our logic. Perfect. Oh, brutal. Awesome. So yeah, I'm just going to, since this works, I'm just going to get this one. So I'll get closest point on finite line, finite point on line, then we can just delete this. Now another thing we can do is set this as a singleton. And we can actually create waypoints from that. So get close point final, okay. Yeah, okay, let's not confuse you. Let's not make it that confusing right now. Let's just use this. And that will work perfectly. So on our phase manager then, let's try adding that. Let's enable left and right, left and right. Okay, phases and phase one trigger. Let's say in here, once we are crossing this barrier, we are going to close we're going to cut us off. So left, right, unit should be like this. Okay, then we're going to enable the right guy and the left guy once they are out of view. So disable this. On trigger, you're going to enable that. Okay, then for camera manager enabled, we're actually going to, yeah, that's not ideal that we are going directly to the camera manager because we won't be able to control this. So let's just go on the phase manager and create a public void close camera, or let's just say camera follow status bool status. Then camera manager singleton dot public bool is following. If is following, then do this. Okay, then phase manager singleton dot camera singleton dot is following equals status, not static, status. Okay, then for the first phase one trigger, let's add call over here. Then we're going to do camera manager, not camera manager, phase manager, camera follow status, and set it to false. Okay, let's move our unit controller to the right just so we have the full beat-em-up experience. And we should be starting, of course, with this following. Okay. Now it's a little bit dark, of course, but as I said, we're going to do a few things over here. That's going to be looking pretty cool. And it's actually getting pretty hard to play, like difficult, because they are attacking way too fast. Anyway, so that's one thing we can do with a camera. Another thing that is a must is to actually have a shaker for a camera. So let's write a shaker script. And the camera is parented under the shaker. Okay, then let's create. We're actually going to create a script that's going to be more of a tool that is going to be shaking any object up and down we want. Okay, shake transform. And how we want it, of course. Let's delete that and let's create an namespace tools or utilities. Then void. Actually, we don't want to start. We just want the update. Then we want to have an animation clip for shake curve. Then we want float shake t. We want to say steps, how many steps you want to shake, and we also want to have a multiplier. Let's just say 1 for now. And then we also want to do bool is shaking. So if not is shaking, then return, otherwise shake t time dot delta time. We also want the speed. Let's just say 6 for now. Delta time by shake speed. We also want to have the start position for our object. So start position equals transfer dot local position. Then float y. I only want to do this on the y-axis because shaking it left and right looks a little bit wrong when dealing with the pixel art. So float y shake curve dot evaluate. This is an animation clip. We want an animation curve. Shake curve dot evaluate shake t. If shake t is greater than 1, shake t equals 0. Shake t equals 1. Okay, we forgot one thing. We want to keep track of internal steps. Okay, shake t, so bool is done equals false, is done equals true, if is done internal steps minus minus, if internal steps less or equals than 0, then is shaking equals false. Then in here we're going to do vector 3, local position will be start position, then start position dot y, the y value, then transform dot local position equals our local position. Then we need a call for this, which we will say public void shake, and we're just going to be resetting shake t equals 0, steps equals the steps, and is shaking equals true. And the rest we can just set up from the inspector. Okay, an easy way to test this will be public bool debug shake, if debug shake equals false, then shake. Let's go add it onto our camera. Shake transform. For shake curve, I think this one just works fine. It's at 0.5, although it's going to be way too high, so I'm just going to make it on a few pixels. Let's start with this and we'll see. And it's also going to play 2 times. And that was way too much, I think, because yeah, that was way too much. Just that. So you know what? Let's ignore the start position entirely and let's just use a vector 3.0. Then oops, what's this? That's actually wrong. This needs to be LP plus y. Let's test again. Okay. Now 0.1 is probably better. 6 speed maybe like this, and then we can actually just tailor it a little bit more of a curve. Okay, and I'm actually going to go even lower. Oh, we're not using the multiplier, I think. Yeah, we're not using the multiplier. Oops. By multiplier. Yeah, that made sense. And let's reset this. We can actually, yeah, we should have probably stored this a little bit better to make more of a wave. Okay, so let's store that. Perfect. Then let's try it again. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I think that's fine. Let's maybe try even. That's even better. Okay, so 0.05. Now you'll say, and you'll see that there's some blue things showing up there. So what to do about those? You will either zoom in the camera or even better, just render a black color behind. That would be even better. It's a shake, so that will work. So now how do we add this? We can go on the camera manager and we can add a public shake transform, or under our utilities, shake transform, shake camera, and we can create a method public void shake camera dot shake. Then on our animator hook, we can just go in here, let's close all that, and we can do public void shake camera. Then just look for the camera manager, shake camera, and that's it. You can also shake any transform you want with this as well, but let's test this for now. So on one of the enemies, they use the same control, so it will be the same thing. Let's just make it so when he's actually touching the ground, let's see, knockdown. I guess there's only one knockdown. Where is he? When he's falling to the ground, here we add an animation event and we say camera. Okay, this worked just fine. Yeah, that's actually fine. And we should add it here as well. Probably we should do this on our own player. Let's see, get back, jump, knock down, back. And knock down front. So shake the camera. Awesome. Of course you can add this on more hits and stuff like that, but for now this one is going to be pretty lovely. And let's close these guys just so that we know what's happening. Ooh. And I think I might even make it smaller for the sake. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, of course. Yeah, so I'll make it this at 0.8, and this I'll make it even like so. Then on the state for both mirror player, I'm just going to make this like kind of tiny, so it's more action. And you know what? Let's move this guy as well, part to the side, so we can see him. Ooh. Perfect, that's pretty cool. Awesome. Yeah, I kind of love this. It needs some tailoring because it's of course pretty hard, but it's really nice as a base. And so let's finish this part, and on the next we're actually going to create a nice, well, I think it's about time we start doing some kind of a boss. Okay, so let's finish, yeah, let's call it a day, and I'll see you on the next one. Of course, keep supporting me on Patreon, YouTube, subscribe, share this with your friends, either they are turtles or other animals, and I'll see you on the next one.